We are live! Yay! I hope I hope people are joining. I mean, it's
Well, you know what? If they don't, they don't.
then we'll still have a cool YouTube video, right?
Yeah, of course we will. Did you find out how to save it, by the way?
It auto saves.
Oh, okay then. Oh yeah, I've got the live counter in the top now, 22 seconds.
Yeah.
So like, we'll wait till a few people come on if they do. Like, you never, you never know, do
We
you?
actually have one viewer. We have one viewer already. So if you're here, join the live chat.
Hello. I can't actually see because you're hosting it, so I can't see who's actually in here at the
No,
moment.
the live viewer is me. No one's coming. No, people will come. I mean,
I'll tell you something I have noticed straight away. The picture quality is brilliant.
it really is.
Oh,
Hey,
Moran,
Moran's here. Hi,
Hi,
Moran.
Moran. Our number one fan. Right. So, right, okay. Now, we've had a change, obviously, because we normally used to host it over on Instagram. But because like YouTube's a bigger platform and better, we thought we'd start it on here. And after a few teething problems, Mel. After a few teething problems, we finally got the shit show on the road. Um, so basically, we're going to carry off to where we were the last time, which is like, oh my god, I'm fucking dead inside already. We're on number 20. What? Number 20 now, which is the Judgment card in it.
I am so glad that it's over after like honestly, this whole major arcana run through, it has killed my love for tarot. No, no, it hasn't, but
I couldn't be a tarot teacher. I really couldn't, honestly. It'd just kill me. I'd be dead in fucking side every day. Right, okay. We're
oh,
almost there. So I'm just going to get my three cards and I'm just not going to explain them because everybody knows what the Judgment card is.
no, but you don't have to explain, but you're going to tell us what you like about them, right?
Okay, well, I've kind of gone away from the whole concept of the Christianity concept of judgment apart from the one card, and I've
Mhm.
choose two that represent enlightenment, which is even better because it's more modern for our times now. So basically, what I've done is I've picked the one from the Starseed Tarot, and I've picked Danny's Ascension Tarot, which are very similar. Oh, this is weird because I've got to go over this way.
Yeah,
Yeah, these are both. That's the French word for what is it, Moran?
judgment.
I can't see. It's back to front.
But you can turn it around and actually look at it yourself.
I can't read French, can I? Le-
Levé?
That bitch, yeah, Mel. Right, so these two represent obviously they're representing enlightenment, and the last one because I adore the image. Just say judgment on the bottom, but it's from the Star Tarot.
Oh, that's you're really going through them quick. Okay. Well, that Star Tarot, aren't you? I mean, you're
Thanks,
not
Mel.
glad that you have it because I think most of us saw your deck declutter thing, but aren't you glad that you have it?
I am, and I'm also glad that I've had another two decks arrive today as well. So
Honestly, like, woo. I actually, it's funny that you recorded that video because, funnily enough, I was inclined to do the same because I saw Becca's video as well.
yeah.
Uh, but I did already get rid of like 30, 40 decks, and it really helped a lot putting them up in a on the Dutch marketplace because our Dutch marketplace community is very small, so you sell faster. On eBay, things get lost in between all the ads.
Well, I've actually downloaded the app today that Becca used. And what I did this afternoon was like, it was like being in a supermarket because I was like running, running around the flat, scanning the barcodes on my
Bleep.
phone and everything, and it was fab. And and I just like scanned a few books. I think I scanned about 20 books or something, and about three lime decks, and it's already the total was like £70. So this is, guys, this is for my teeth fund. So so I've got to find the money for my teeth.
I don't know. We were talking about the Gillian. What's her name again? Gillian
Kemp,
Mead, Kemp,
Kempany.
Gillian Kemp decks, and you should probably not sell that Good Witch Bad Witch to We Buy Books because that goes for a lot online.
I know, yeah, I know, yeah. I mean, obviously, there's some decks I'm not gonna. It's mainly the mass market ones, and stuff. I've got I've got 2 copies of a lot, but you've got them anyway. So like, there's no point in me keeping them. So I thought, oh, and books as well. Unless I'm really, excuse me, unless I'm really special books, I don't see the point in keeping them. Really.
Honestly, like even with tarot books, I'm like, to be quite honest, how many books on tarot do you really need? Especially when they're sort of like reference books. I mean, sometimes it's nice to read like a new interpretation, but
It is, yeah, that's it. But you know what? I am so happy because I had that deck come tonight, right? And I mean, come on, when you can put 2 cards together like that and you can make up Brothers of the Rosebud.
Brothers of the Rosebud. Yeah, yeah, that's us, baby. Moran says, "You need to tell me about this app, girl, for the decks I can't sell to anyone."
I will. I'll WhatsApp it you later, Moran. It's called WeBuyBooks.com. And you download the app and you can pretend you're in a supermarket around your house,
Bleep, bleep,
I
bleep.
wasn't looking at my phone like that. I needed my scarf on and a little shopping bag, right?
I'm running my own little shop, you guys. Taking inventory. Bleep, bleep.
I never got a discount coupon though. So like, yeah, it's really
I'm gonna put a story up on my Instagram really quickly. Hey, cunts, we're live on YouTube.
yeah. There you go. Seeing as nobody's on else, it's only the people we've paid to be here.
Exactly. So, stupid cunts of Instagram, we are live on my YouTube. Click the link in my bio. Do it now. Okay. Because, honey, like we never had. Well, I'm really glad that 6 people are taking their time out of their day to join us on here, and
Well, it's
maybe
only
more will
because
follow.
like Laura and Moran and like Mel and everybody, we've paid them anyway. So
The thing is, apparently you can do countdowns and shit like that, but I mean, I'm a total noob, so let's get on with the justice cards or the judgment cards,
the
shall we?
judgment, what you got?
I have one from a deck that I kind of loathe. Uh, it's from this deck, the Star Spinner Tarot.
I just don't like that deck at all.
I love the major arcana. I think the minor arcana designs are very, very bare bones. But I mean, it's cute and it's kind of special. But the judgment card in that deck is pretty classic. But I really like that angel with like 6 wings and shit like that. I really love that. So yeah, it's basic as hell, but it's cute. And
It's a really popular deck, actually, in it. Well, it was a couple of years ago, and I think I only ever used it once.
I've used it a couple of times. It's just that I can't and I mean, I like bare bones majors because I'm a total pip girl, but for some reason, the contrast between the minors and the majors kind of like there's some really dumb minors in this deck where I'm like let me just show you really quickly because this was actually kind of upsetting to me. Like, so you get because I love ornate line work, and you know that, and
Yeah.
you can kind of see that in here, right? And then you get a minor arcana card that's like this.
Yeah, this is where I struggled with. There always seemed like a few different styles going on in the deck.
I hate that all the kings are animals. Like, what the fuck? It's a
Mm.
major gripe I have with decks in general, where we are excluding. Well, either go all the way, make it an all fem deck, but Don't make some cards masculine, some masculine cards animals. I don't like that. And then here's another minor, and that's really ornate again. But then we are back into the suit of wands, and it's very bare bones again. So it's kind of a mess.
No.
This deck is a Messica Simpson. So, but I'm gonna keep it because I do like it. This is really nice for live client readings
Yeah,
because it.
because I did like the color scheme and the palette and everything. I thought it was really nice, and there was a couple of cards that I did like, but the majority of them I didn't. But I'll tell you which one I did like. The Divine, what's it called now? The Fairy Tale one.
Oh, that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, that was
Tarot,
quite nice.
Tarot of the Divine. Yeah, it's.
Arrow of the Divine, yeah. But like, yeah, I mean, this is what I'm saying. This is like when I had a look around here this morning, and in my cupboards and everything, and I thought, you know what, this shit's got to go. Because there's no way. I'm always, I'm going to use half of these decks that I've got here now. It's pointless, totally
You know,
pointless keeping
the
them.
thing with me is I'm just not that excited by. Still excited by tarot. I'm not that excited by tarot decks anymore.
No, no, me. I tend to, as I said, like I tend to stick to the same ones. And it just doesn't. There's nothing I normally pick up out of the blue. What I have to, I'll tell you, Moran when Moran come down the other weekend, he gifted me a deck, a Kickstarter deck. I forgot to show you, Levi, actually,
Okay.
and it's so beautiful, and I haven't used it yet. And because I haven't used it because I forgot I'd got it,
Okay.
and it shouldn't be like that, should it? Really?
Exactly. I have stuff like that too, where
Yeah.
where you get a parcel in and you're kind of in a hurry and you put it to the side and you never really use it, shit like
Yeah,
that.
your friend gives you a deck that is absolutely beautiful, and you forget you've got it.
Well, show
That
it then.
Oceanum Arcanae.
Never heard of it. Show it to me.
It's called the Ocean Tarot, basically. So all the cards on here are all very kind of sea. Look at the backs. It's like William Morris wallpaper.
No, that's
Um,
really cool.
and then you've got like,
Oh yeah, that's a deck that looks like a Llewellyn deck, kind of. I've seen
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's all very kind of like dark and murky, but like you can still see the details and everything like that. And I've
Yeah.
got a beautiful cloth with it as well. And I am going to use it, and it's just lovely because like I can relate because I must have been a mermaid in my previous life. That's what it is. Um, and it's really lovely. It does look like a Llewellyn deck, actually, Levi. Yeah,
Yeah. It looks
yeah.
like that green forest, or what's that?
Enchanted Forest, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like
I
the
mean, that
Enchanted
that
Forest.
looks so lovely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so I
really
mean,
sweet.
these are the sort of decks like I mean that I wouldn't get rid of. Not because it not nothing to do with the fact that it's Kickstarter, it's because it was gifted to me, and these sort of decks I could never, get rid of. But like I mean, as for the rest, yeah, they gotta go really.
I got another Judgment card, which is from a super cool deck from a Ukrainian company that has seen some troubled times and is seeing even worse times now. It's the Pink Pain Tarot.
Oh, well, it looks like a packet of Marlboro, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's they are a really cool company, and their decks very much are art decks because they don't really make that much sense. But I feel like, to me, most of their decks really kind of they are interesting to me as a reader because they kind of spotlight different aspects of the meaning of that card, so it kind of triggers me to read a little bit differently. So I think that's really cool. And they've been getting a shit ton of hate on Instagram. They got completely overwhelmed. They were always really small, and then they got a shit ton of pre-orders on their Etsy for decks that were still in production. So they deleted their Etsy store, and people were like messaging me even because I use their decks a lot, and they were like, "Oh, am I ever going to get my deck?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not the company, but I've always gotten everything from them." But people just it takes fucking ages, but I always got the decks. So I really hope they're doing fine. And
Yeah,
this
me
this
too.
Judgment card is so fucking cool. Can you see it?
I love it. I love the deck. Yeah, it's just I just
So
didn't get around to getting it. I love it.
this is kind of the perspective from the humans downstairs that are kind of like
Yeah,
shooting this laser beam from his eyes, like almost like he's being shipped into or almost like he's being beamed up towards a UFO or something
he's
like that.
ascending to 5D consciousness. That's what it is.
Totally that, and I love it. And this deck is so fucking amazing. It has like cigarettes, pills, bottles, and knives for the suits.
Yeah, I like it. I actually saw it for sale. It was on eBay, and somebody was asking like £35 for it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like it's expensive, isn't it? But I do love it, Levi. It's just one I sadly never got around to getting, but like hopefully one day, they'll be back in production again.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I've always gotten everything bar one that they had just gotten in, which I pre-ordered about a year ago or a year and a half ago already, which was really cool. It really kind of reminded me of the Shadowscapes Tarot art-wise. Really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
But I don't think they're going to be able to ship them out since the whole country's ablaze at the moment. So,
It's really
yeah,
glad I was watching it on the news earlier.
yeah.
Now obviously you've seen all my judgment cards.
My
Well,
last one.
yeah, I just what I think of that deck.
This is from the Marielle. You can't really see it because my lighting's not as warm as Martin's, but this is this amazing, like a really aggressive phoenix. And you know what I like so much about the Marielle, even with the pips, they are really like weird and detailed. And this kind of makes me think of that phoenix who's like about to like die and is like the screech is kind of like signifying his last, almost like his last hurrah before he disintegrates and gets
Yeah,
reborn,
yeah,
kind of that. So it's very much that judgment aeon feeling from the Thoth as well, kind of.
yeah. I love it. It's just an incredible deck, actually.
And I do like this card better than the repainted one she did
Yeah, yeah.
for the new version. However, that one is also really cool, but I just love the fierceness to it. I wish you guys could see how vivid the reds are in real life, but
They are
jumps
really red, aren't they? Yeah.
this just jumps off the page. It's so good.
I want to just quickly do something. I forgot to show you as well. My friend, I used to be on this forum years ago called Eclectic Tarot, and somebody sent me a deck. And I actually either lost it, misplaced it, lent it somebody, but I never saw it again. And it was the Swedish witch tarot called the Yolanda Tarot. And Roland
Ooh,
sent me a copy of it because you can still get it in Sweden. And the only difference is the borders now are white instead of like that lavender color. Um, and this is one of the most adorable decks that I have ever seen. Ever. It's got little fairies on it and all sorts of like kind of like mythology. And the
that's
artist
really
apparently
cool.
was a prolific children's book author in the 70s. And I love this deck so much. It'd be interested if anybody else has got this deck to see how they use it. But look, it's got like little fairy tale like scenes on it, and the keywords as well, Levi, because I've translated them with Roland online to English, and they're very very Thothish.
Oh, cool. I like that
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
So
I actually had a deck out before, where that I almost wanted to include in this tonight because I like the Judgment card in it so much. That is also kind of Thoth-ish and kind of 70s and kind of fairy tale esque, and that's the Barbara Walker
yeah,
tarot.
yeah, yeah. That's nice.
Yeah,
Look at
but
them. Look at them little
yeah, that's really cute. I actually think I know I have seen this author's work before somewhere.
hands on. All the guys who illustrated it.
Really,
Uh,
really, really, really cool.
yeah, it's gorgeous. So this is a lovely deck, guys. I just wanted to give my friend a great big thank you, Roland. If ever you rewatch this, I really appreciate that. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, have you done with your
Yeah, I think I'm done. I do kind of, because we obviously are very excited and we have been talking very quickly. But we still have a loads of time left. So you told me on Instagram chat today that you wanted to talk a little bit about why we moved this to YouTube.
Yeah. Well, we all know, don't we, that Instagram's not the same place as it was anymore. Especially for the spiritual community and a lot of other people who've got small businesses as well. Um, and there's no reach on there, there's no engagement on there. People are on there now just to kind of like it's just bullshit. It's just all TikTok reels and all rubbish saying if you've scrolled here and seen this message is for you. No, it's not for you, it's the fucking algorithm. Um so I'm kind of over it. Levi's kind of over it.
A
I'm
little
trying
bit, yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to spend as less time on there as I possibly can. But obviously I'll keep my account open and you know, it's just we just decided to switch platforms because YouTube is a better space. You can be a little bit more yourself. You're not continuously censored all the time. Um, and it's just nice to do something different, you know. And I've seen a lot of people actually leave Instagram as well, because the platform's not for them anymore. I can't leave there because of my photography. But yeah, it's sad it's come to this, but it has, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I can't leave either because of my decks and shit like that,
Yeah,
um but yeah, the whole, you know what it is? Like, this is going to sound really entitled, but it's not. But it really feels like, and that's not Instagram's fault per se. Of course, with the scammers and them not being removed and Instagram not doing anything about it, that is Instagram's fault. But I feel like tarot and divination has kind of been hijacked from me.
yeah, me, yeah, yeah. It has for
Um,
me as well.
where more and more, where the more popular it becomes, which should be a good thing, the more popular it becomes, the more watered down and vanilla and boring everything becomes, and
It does, yeah.
not only content wise, but also with creators that are putting out new decks. It's, oh man, like I was actually, because Martin and I are talking about animal decks in a bit, and I have a lot of animal decks, and I was like I know she recently released a new deck, but you know, stuff like this, like the Dream Raven Tarot, is so fucking weird and kooky and special.
Mm.
And you know, when you put that next to another goddess deck, you know, it's kind of like I want more of this.
There doesn't seem to be like because it's become like mass market consumerism and like a huge commodity. I just think now that all the integrity's gone out of the tarot world.
Very much so. Yeah.
It just seems like another way to make money. I mean, especially, I mean, I know these are popular, right? But like, I mean, this is my opinion. Nobody else's. You haven't got to agree with me. I never thought 20 years ago that I would see a deck about Disney villains.
No.
I never thought 20 years ago I'd see a deck about a Nightmare Before Christmas. That
Yeah.
sort of shit never happened, you
And I
know.
mean, it's cool, but you know, it was cool the first time, and it was kind of annoying the second time. And then
Yeah,
when the Meryl Streep tarot and the RuPaul's Drag Race tarot and the Friends tarot and the Golden Girls tarot came out, as good as, to be quite honest with you, um, I have a friend that's a total Golden Girls fan, and he doesn't even read tarot, but he has it for funsies because he's kind of a Golden
mm,
Girls collector. And when we went over those cards, and he kind of told, because I don't know shit about the Golden Girls, but when he kind of told me the moments of the show it depicted, it was really well made. It matched
Well,
up with
yeah.
the meaning. So
Yeah,
that's
but did we need a Golden Girls tarot? No.
no, we don't.
You know, there's a lot of things that we don't need. Mel's just said it's not tarot, it's a product. It is, that's all it is now. It's just a product.
Which doesn't mean that we aren't allowing people to enjoy those products at all. I mean, if you
Yeah,
like it,
yeah.
do
If you like
you?
it, buy it. But like, I mean, this is the whole kind of like, I've said this before, when years ago you used to have to, tarot was passed down through word of mouth, by a mentor, or you spent years studying it. Now, I suppose it's got its good points where you can just pick up stuff offline, which is great for resources. But there's all sorts of courses, and I can teach tarot, you can do it this way, and I'm going to offer a course with 50% off. You know what? Just do your own stuff, because you don't get no respect from me by like, I was saying, oh my God, I've got a bit of tarot certificate and I'm a fucking reader. No, you're not. You shit.
No.
You can't. You just can't. You've got to have experience as far as I'm concerned.
The most interesting conversation I ever had was with someone that I genuinely considered a friend on Instagram. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do the name and shame game here, but who I genuinely thought was a friend, and he was a really big supporter of me, and I supported him. He is also a creator, creates lots of products, really cool, honestly, really good quality, cool stuff. When and you and I were going on and on about these topics. We have been talking about this for 2 years almost, right?
Mm.
And it's, instead of it becoming better, it's becoming worse and worse. However, he started messaging me like, yeah, since you started doing these lives with Martin, there's been this really dark energy surrounding your like image, and that's not good for your brand. And I was like, hold up, who said I was a brand, first of all? And dark energy, whatever, who really cares? And then he said, yeah, and you keep going on about how people should know the basic meanings for the tarot, and that means you're invalidating the way other people read. And I never really, I'm not, I sound really quick when I talk about things like this. Like, I'm really quick and chippy, but I never could come up with a good response to that. And then I was like thinking about that a year later. All of a sudden, I had that it blew my mind that while he was saying that to me, he was himself so proud of being a Biddy Tarot certificate owner. And I was
Mm.
like, so you're saying that you don't really need any kind of certification or gate, and everyone is valid, but you do value the fact that you have a Biddy Tarot certificate, and that's really important for you, and you have to mention that in your bio, in every reel or every post that you post. So what is that certificate worth then?
Well, it's not really, is it? It's just worth the price you pay for it. That's all it's worth. It's not accredited by any kind of government, but it's not governed or anything like that. And so when I say like Biddy Tarot certification, like on somebody's bio, I think, oh my God, you know what I mean?
Well, what you know is that they have probably studied the meanings of the cards.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
And that's good, but if you call me a gatekeeper for saying that I would like to see people actually do the work and study, when you yourself are the proud owner of a Biddy Tarot certificate, and you feel the need to display that everywhere, who the fuck are you? You're basically the pot calling the kettle black, right?
Exactly. And we've got a lovely guest in the room. Hi, Simon. It's
Oh,
so lovely to
Simon.
see you too. I have been keeping up with your channel and stuff, darling. I need to chat with you whenever. So yeah, I'll send you a message. But yeah, it is, it is gone. We're at this place now, and I do think that, I mean, some of the older, I don't think age really makes any difference. I think it's the studying and doing the work.
The dedication, the
The
dedication.
dedication. Yeah, that's where it is. It's the dedication.
It's
And I
not just it's not just having it's not about having. I'm gonna show you a deck that I love, but I kind of don't dig anymore since, you know, for example, this deck, the Threads of Fate,
Yeah,
has
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
become one of those aesthetic decks for basic white bitches that think they're witchy.
Mm.
And it's such a shame because it's a really good tool, but and they're the creators are right on the money, literally, with everything, because people are lapping it up. So I mean good for them, but that's not the divination world that I necessarily want to live in.
No, me neither. It's not the world I come from, and it's not the world I really want to be in. I just think that I think this is one of the problems as well I had with wanting to leave Instagram, because I was so sick and tired of seeing people putting posts up, and they hadn't got a clue really what they was talking about. And I was thinking, you're offering readings when you've got no experience, you've only been reading for 12 months,
Yeah.
and you're actually like trying to guide people, giving them advice and guidance, and you've got no kind of like, where is that coming from? What place is that coming from? Is
Yeah.
that coming from a book, or is that coming from your knowledge and your empathy?
Yeah, it's very much the Laura said it very well in the comments. Actually, she said, "I think you need to be able to tell a story with the cards."
Totally,
And
Laura. Yeah,
yeah, and that's it. That is where the magic is. It's about you being able to weave a story together. Literally,
yeah,
you are literally a coming back to the threads of fate. You are literally a weaver of fate, and
you are. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
You're weaving a story. You're basically becoming like a bard, a storyteller. And like then you've got to process the whole information and how that can relate to that person's kind of situation, and not saying like, oh, the Nine of Cups says, the Young Man says, the Dur says. That doesn't mean anything. We know what it says.
And then there is a whole group of people that kind of get that. But then the next step is developing your own voice. And
Yeah,
to be quite honest, on Instagram, I see a whole lot of people channeling Theresa Reed or Barbara Moore.
yeah.
I can literally tell you which paragraph from their books they got that information and that text
Yeah,
from.
so can I. This is what I'm saying. There doesn't seem to be much authenticity going on now.
And that is also fine. That can be part of the learning process. But and so I don't mind if people do that. However, I do mind it if people do that and present as a very experienced and authentic reader, when what they're essentially doing is copy and pasting from Theresa Reed's book.
Yeah, yeah. You got to develop your own style. This is where you gain respect, isn't it, really? And this is where people can see you through the cards, because I'm no different really with my card reading than it will be having a conversation with me. I'm still that bitch. I always will. I always will be. But I just hope that there's going to be some kind of like step back now. People have gone back to work. The pandemic's kind of closing down a little bit. And I hope some of these people have kind of got bored with the newfound hobby, and they kind of like go back to the day job.
Well, hobbies are fine. you know, um, it's also kind of been undermining my business a lot.
Yeah, mine
I,
too.
I used to have tons of readings, and people are offering readings for like 5 to 10 pounds now, and that's who am I to compete with that? And American people will say, well, you should market yourself better for your business, and I'm like, no, all these inexperienced fuckwads need to go
That's what it
practice.
is. Market yourself better. I was posting 3 times a day continuously for nearly 6 fucking years. And then you've got like idiots coming along saying, oh, I'll give you a reading for fiver, or better still, send me a DM and I'll do it for nothing. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, the thing is, just get the fuck out of out of my playing field, and you're
Yeah.
not on my level.
And the
And
best thing about it, I'll tell you what used to make me laugh. I mean, it used to make me angry. It makes me laugh now. When I get up in the morning, I obviously pick up my phone and see like I've had like how many followers I've had like throughout the night, like on Instagram, and people have followed me, and they're saying DM me now for your free reading, and you're thinking, what the fuck? And you've just followed me. I'm trying to do a business here, love. There's nothing, and this is why I've stopped it now.
I've got this thing now where people are also advertising their own businesses under my pictures.
You
If you
joking?
guys want like a birth chart done, you can message me. And I was like, deleting that comment, blocking that person. Goodbye.
God, rude, Anyway, that was a lovely chat. And now what we're
Yeah.
gonna do, we've got some really like little special decks tonight. We found I haven't got as many as I thought. Actually, if anybody saw my YouTube video this morning, they'd say that I was basically nearly in tears having a deck call because I'd watched Becca's video and I said, "That's it. I've spent far too much money on decks, but I've had to add another two arrive today." So
You slag. You fucking slag.
so what we've done is we've put together a little collection of animal decks that are really nice. They're all readily available. It's not trying to search out, hunt out the Holy Grail. You can get these from anywhere, basically.
Yeah.
I'll start it off. Now, this one I've had, I had this 2 years ago and I sold it because I hated it, and I went and bought it again. And this time round, I donate it, and that's the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed.
Yay.
Lovely, actually. I was looking through it today, and I did a reading on my Instagram. Comes with a lovely thick guidebook. Anybody who ain't got it, and yeah, all the illustrations are lovely, and I keep going on.
It's really good.
It's nice. Oh, Moran, you know what I'm like. I'm just full of shit. Just ignore me. So yeah, you've got like all the animals in here as well. It's just lovely, and yeah, that's my first animal oracle. I might do a bit of edging on the edge.
I've edged mine in this color.
Oh, that's cool, isn't it?
Pretty cool. Yeah, this Hay House cardstock in particular works really well for edging with like markers and shit. So,
I'm gonna have a little cheeky edging session tomorrow.
oh, like every day, aren't you? What else is new? I mean, it's really good. The only thing um, well, it's a good tool. Let's not get into the creator, but it's a good tool.
No, it is a nice tool. And I was talking to somebody earlier, and they says that they can't get their head around the fact that if they buy an animal deck, if there's no keywords on it, they don't understand it. Well, and we do love a good edging mail. Yeah, this is nice because it has got like little keywords on the bottom.
Yeah,
So what's
yeah.
your first Oracle deck, animal or tarot?
One that is actually coming to mass market soon. The Prairie Majesty Oracle.
Oh, that's fab. Mass Market Mary.
Yeah, this is the indie version. However, like with many decks, I'm glad I supported the creators, but I should have waited because the mass market edition is coming out, and this is probably the best Oracle deck that came out last year. Honestly,
Yeah, I love it. Ben loves that as well. It's one of
there's
my favorites.
so much depth to it, and even though I don't know anything about the prairie, and I'm not connected to the prairie, and I don't really care about the prairie, this deck is the shit. It has an animal or plant, mostly animals. It has a good keyword, and then it has really, really, really good thought-provoking questions and a really good guidebook.
It does.
What I am pissed about though, but all the mass market Marys are going to be happy about this. The mass market deck will have like 20,000 extra cards.
Does it really? Does it have loads of extra cards?
I'm kind of, to be quite honest, and I know Kara might watch this, and Kara, I love you, and if I were you and I would have gotten the call from Hay House, I would have said a yes as well. But I do feel kind of, trampled on when you hear that, you, the backer of the original deck, have a great product, but that all the mass market people are going to get all these extra cards, and they're gorgeous, Martin. She posted some of them, and they're amazing. But that does kind of suck, in my
I'll
opinion.
have to have a look on her Instagram later. She's lovely, actually.
However, this deck is hands down one of my favorite Oracle decks ever.
Yeah,
It's so
mine too. And another one of my favourite Oracle decks, and I don't know why this is so cheap, but I paid £10 for this, and I've had this a few months now. And it's super pretty, and this is the Spirit Animal Wisdom, 50 card deck and guidebook. I don't actually see a lot of this. The backs are absolutely gorgeous. Look, all these like vibrant colours, and then you've got things like you've got fantastical animals in here as well. But you've got things like honeybee, and you've got a keyword divine feminine and a little sentence on the bottom, so you can actually use these straight out of the box as well. It's all done in lovely watercolors. All the animals are very recognizable. Obviously, Norwich in the UK, you don't see many elephants walking across the car park, or any eagles flying above, unless you're in Scotland. But yeah, I mean, it's a lovely little deck, actually. Very usable, user friendly. And she's actually coming out with another deck with what's on it, Levi? Crystals.
like plants and crystals. Yeah.
Yeah, Moran, it's only a tenner.
It's
Um,
really cheap and it's really good. I love the elemental symbols on there as well.
Me too. Yeah, I forgot to mention that, but it is a really, really, really lovely deck. And the artwork is done by somebody called Nikki
Oh,
Strange.
that
I know,
monkey.
sweet as fucking lion, and horse and that. So it's all very lovely. I mean, we do see a lot of hedgehogs in the UK, so I can relate to that one.
Yeah, I saw that Vix from what's her name? What's her new age hipster?
Yeah.
She got a preview copy of the new deck, so you can check that out on her page.
Oh, I'll have a look then later. The only thing I'm not too keen on, because this is me being a picky queen, right? It's got this like thing in there, like I don't know, like hang on, bloody hell. It's got this stupid attachment in the bottom of the box for whatever reason. It probably stops the card from sliding around, which is going to go in the bin now.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but it's lovely. I don't know why there are attachments in that box. So yeah, there you go. It's a nice £10 well spent.
I got another pretty. This one is pretty cheap and mass market, and I always paid this deck complete dust because reasons. And I got it recently, and it's probably one of the best animal decks I own, and that's the Archangel Animal Oracle by Diana Cooper with lovely art by Marjolein Kraut. Now, what made me change my mind? I had never seen a flip through of this, but I saw the box cover and I thought, hey, this is just going to be another basic Diana Cooper deck. But then I saw who the artist was, and I was like, hey, but that's the same girl that did the art for the Unicorn Oracle deck. And I love that art. So you get your animals here, but they all have these angelic energies and glitter and sparkle around them. You get a really, really, really great affirmation, and the archangel it is supposedly connected to. However, Diana Cooper is notorious for channeling her archangels. So I've never heard of Archangel Bokpi, but apparently it's a thing in her world. So you got to kind of pay
All
that.
kinds of copies on that. The other deck that we had by
Yeah. So they're her angels essentially, but the art is just so good. I really like it. I already did a couple of really cool, hard hitting readings with this, and I just love. I love this one, the owl. So I really like this. Moran said that he doesn't like the dragon one. I don't really like that one either. This one, however, is a little bit more down to earth and a little bit cooler. And like I may have sounded a little bit harsh earlier, but I do love Diana. I believe that. Think of her what you will. I believe that she genuinely believes that in her whatever she is believing
yeah,
in. Like
in a yeah,
I think that she is one of the most genuine uh, authors in that genre out there right now. Honestly,
and she's an elderly lady, so
she's lovely. Like I'm not even being sarcastic. I love the way she looks at life. Honestly,
I don't think as very kind of like, I don't know. Let's not go there, but
No.
yeah,
Some people in the comments are saying stuff that I wholeheartedly agree with, but there's just something
yeah,
there's something charming about her, you know? You and I
yeah,
both think so. I know
yeah.
you do as well. So
Now I've got this super lovely little deck that I actually bought Levi as well, and it's just melts my heart every time I see the box. And this is the Curious Cat Club, right? It's just
yes,
this was actually an indie deck a few years ago, and now you can get it for like 10 quid. Um, it's by Stacia Burrington, who did these Does the Burrito Tarot, wherever you say it, and
the
some other
sassy burrito.
Sassy Burrito, yeah. And these have got the most cutest cat you shall ever see in your life on, right? So it's basically playing cards, but it's an oracle deck as well. And these are lovely. I mean, look, because I'm a crazy cat lady anyway, I just love, love, love.
It's so cool.
Look at that.
Yeah, Martin bought that for me, and it's really cute. The illustrations have each card has its own meaning, and you can easily kind of find it in the pamphlet
Yeah,
that
you
comes
can.
with
It's a
it.
little guide. Well, it's like a little pull-out guide, and it's got all the meanings in here. It's got a cute cat on the front, look, and one reading tarot cards on the back, and it's just Simon, you need to look at this on Amazon. I think it's gone down in price. I think it's about £8 now. And it's just lovely, isn't it, Levi? On the back,
Yeah.
look at that. I mean, come on.
I actually this kind of makes me think of that other cat oracle, but you wouldn't like it because it has text on the backs of the cards. Um,
Oh,
the
the one,
squirrel
yeah, with like the fuzzy looking cats on it, the one that Tegan's got. Yeah, the square one.
that one's
Yeah,
cute though. Like,
yeah. I can't deal with double decks.
no, I know you can't. But that one that Jamie Elford did in Japan, I think, that Japanese cat deck with the landscape cards,
Yeah.
that one is cool.
Is that Jamie Elford who's done that?
Yeah, she did the writing for that. Yeah.
Oh my god, I want that deck so bad.
Yeah, or believe it is Jamie or Hillary, one of Melissa's friends. But yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. What's your next animal deck?
Sorry, I was being a bit slow. I'm mass market Mary again, but I'm gonna do it with a tarot deck this time. The White Sage Tarot.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I wish Teresa would bring out like a normal size of that. I know it was originally on the indie, it was a normal size, wasn't it?
Yeah. Um, she unfollowed me after I did those posts about you're a real witch when.
Oh yeah.
But I still love her and I still love the deck.
Yeah.
um, Mel just asked if I have any pets, and I
Me.
don't because I'm super allergic to all pets.
You've
Like,
got me, Mel.
yeah, I've got a crazy. Hey, speaking of cats, here.
There you go. Look, say we're surrounded by cats.
Honestly, this is one of my favorite decks.
Yeah,
It's
it's
um,
nice. It's nice.
it really is, Martin. This is one of the favorite decks that I own. Honestly,
Yeah,
hands
I
down.
do absolutely love it as well. It is nice. I need
Yeah,
to use it more. Um, is it Igor? Igor? See Igor?
Igor. Yes.
He says it's a spirit cat's oracle. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, she also has this Altar Allies set, which is not really a deck, but it's like really thick cardboard cards that you kind of like prop up on your altar, and then there's exercises that you can do, which I think is really cute, but not worth the price. But I do love the way she draws,
there's an
honestly.
altar card in that rosebud oracle.
Oh, is there? Oh, that's
Mm,
nice.
yeah, yeah. Right, okay then. On to my next step, which I've had years. This copy I haven't had so many years. My original is in a trunk. This is one of my favourites actually because it's super out there and super cool. And this is Tarot of the Cat People.
Yes.
And it's all very kind of like, UFO-ish, and I just love it. All the suits are all different worlds. So each suit is represents a different world in the cat people world. Um,
It's so cool. Like, this is probably one of the coolest decks ever.
I
Like,
absolutely love this deck. I love the artwork and the guidebook to it, which you can't get anymore. But I've got the original guidebook. It's really, really cool. It's written
do
like
you
a travel log.
yeah, it's like fiction
Yeah,
basically. Like
it's really good
really
deck,
cool.
these guys. And everything about it, the colours and everything. This is the newer US games version, and the colours on this are slightly more saturated than the original, which I love.
Yeah, that's actually good because the original can does look a little bit. It
It
looks
looks a bit
okay in real life.
muted and spottled. This one doesn't.
Let me
Look,
see really quickly in the Apple bookstore if you can get. Oh yes, yes. I wonder if you can get Tarot of the Cat People in the App Store.
my book should be somewhere around me. I've normally it's a travel. I think it's called a traveler's log or something. Travel log. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere.
I because I was just thinking about how I got that Barbara Walker Tarot book on there for like £2, but they
Oh
don't
yeah,
have.
you did. Have you got this deck, by the way?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's
I'll,
nice. It's
I'll,
very
I'll get
Barbara.
it one day. But like I said, I'm kind of tarot deck wise. I'm good. I'm saturated.
Yeah, God
Hey,
knows
Jens is here.
Simon. Oh, hello, Jens. Simon, how do you cope with all the decks that you have around you? I have got so much admiration for you, but how do you cope with all the decks that you've got? Because I know you've literally got hundreds. And I look at you watch you on the YouTube on your video and stuff, and I'm thinking, I'd just love to be there now because it'd be like being in a shop. But I had a video today, and mine are getting quite overwhelming now. So I wonder if you felt the same.
The next deck I have is not mass market. It's my library, so I select ones I feel drawn to. Okay, yeah, that's.
Ah,
I got this one, Robin's deck, the Glow Oracle, which
Robins,
she
yeah.
ever so graciously gifted me. Um, and I'm gonna be really honest. When she posted her art, I was like, "Oh, that looks cool," but I'm not really in the market for another animal deck. So I was like, "I'm good." And then but I was messaging back and forth, and then she offered me to get it and to send it to me. And honestly, if Prairie Majesty Oracle was the best Oracle deck from 2021, this may as well be a contender for best Oracle deck 2022
The
because
guidebook is so good.
it's super usable. You can use this straight out of the box, and then the guidebook just opens up a whole nother world. Like this is really, 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 really good. Honestly,
I
like
remember sitting there the one night when Robin sent it to us, and I was just like sat there with a cup of tea, and it was all super chilled, and I was just, it was like reading like a proper animal book, because I was fascinated. I didn't realize that scorpions could glow under UV light purple.
I didn't know either. Oh, this is the card that I keep getting whenever I pull cards from this deck. Make some waves, raise your vibration. And this is very action oriented guidance on the cards, which I really really like. And
I love that
I,
card, the angel.
yeah, the Sea Angel card. Oh man, this is seriously a really good deck, and I really hope uh, that mass market publishers are going to pick it up. For people that don't know what this is about, this is an animal deck about animals that have a special relationship with the light, that
Yeah,
glow.
yeah.
It's real.
Effervescent and biofluorescent, and as we speak, Robin's in the process of designing a tarot deck as well. And yeah, it's really nice.
It's
And she's an
stunning.
incredibly lovely person as well.
Yeah, really, really, really,
Now,
really.
I want to show you something that's kind of like on. Now, it's kind of like half and half. It does come under the category, so don't even start on me. But now, I had this deck. Okay, this was a deck I bought on a whim, and it come, and I thought, oh, okay then. This is this is to donate me, right? This is Sacred Forest Oracle by
Oh
Denise.
yeah.
Now I don't know
But
whether
don't
you.
say it had come on a whim, Martin.
No, I ordered it on a whim.
Oh, you
Right?
ordered it on a whim.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, you've got Wizard of the Woods. Now, I don't know. I honestly don't know what to say. I really.
It's
It's
a
just.
cute deck.
It's very odd. Because I think it's the illustrations. Because I'm not like this one. Looks like Billy Piper looking at her own reflection in a pool.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Billy Piper with a blonde wig on, right? I haven't used it because it's got lovely keywords on like miracles and change and transmutation. We've got a lovely phoenix there.
Yeah, show us some
But,
more cards.
but
You're
what the hell is foggy bog, right?
It's a foggy bog.
Patience.
Pine spirit, purification. Aspen spirit, courage. Owl spirit, wisdom. Okay. Well, I like it. Hummingbird
It's a bit
spirit, joy.
foggy, isn't it? It is. It is a bit on the fugly side.
Well, it's kind of that Hay House, Sandra Ann Taylor, um, old school Gianna Della Gritaglio, whatever the fuck her name is, aesthetic
When
kind
you
of.
visit, like in the UK, we have this like massive. It's like a circuit, and it's like a mind, body, and spirit fair. And you always get like a middle-aged lady sitting there, like with a pack of angel cards and something like this, telling people's fortunes.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, and I think this is the kind of deck that you'd see at these sorts of places. And it is cool. I mean, I know it's not nothing I'd normally buy. Wild Rosebud Fairy, there you go. It's nothing I'd normally buy, but the thing is, right, it's kind of endearing as well in its quality. Wisdom of the grove, grace. So the keywords, they're all nice to like use. Fire, spirit, energy. So yeah,
I think it's really cool, Martin. Honestly,
well,
like,
you've got a copy, a brand new seal copy, so I'm glad you said that.
yeah,
So I did choose this one because, like, obviously there's plenty of animals in it and stuff like that, and you've got elves and everything. So it is kind of nice, and I might actually just one day fall in love with it. Who knows?
it's cute. It's cute. I wanna. You should take a picture, a cool Instagram, make a cool Instagram post with that.
I might actually do that tomorrow. It is quite nice actually. You got like, yeah, it is. I'm kind of it's growing on me.
You know what animal deck I really want, but I don't know for some reason. Maybe it should be out now. Let me check really quickly. It's called the Hummingbird Wisdom Oracle by Red Feather.
Oh, I ain't seen that.
Well, I did show you some pictures of it. Yeah, but the Schiffer decks are always unavailable on Amazon, like all the time. So that's kind of annoying. But I've shown it to you. It's this one. Uh, can we? Oh, you can't. Oh, you can kind of see it. No, not
I
really.
remember you showing it me now. Yeah, I remember the yes. I do
Yeah,
remember.
it has artwork by that same lady who did the Enchanted Dreams tarot.
Jasmine something in it.
Yeah, and I'm not
Yeah.
too keen on our artwork in that, but I do kind of love this. But yeah,
Is she from the UK? Is she from Scotland?
yeah, she
I thought
is.
she was. Yeah.
I mean, Schiffer are kind of cool. They are very often kind of attracting creators that are not necessarily from the United States, so that's pretty dope,
Which
actually.
is good, yeah.
My next one is an oldie but a goodie. This one, the Spirit of the Animals Oracle by Jody Bergsma.
Do you know, I never
Uh,
got that. I got the other one, but not that one.
I have the other one, and then I also have this. The cards are huge. They're as big as my head, as you can see.
Well, they are huge, aren't they?
Yeah, they are really, really big, but they're on good cardstock that's not too thick. You get a lovely illustration of the animal, and Jody Bergsma's art is really gorgeous. And then you
Yeah, I
get
do like art actually.
the name of the animal, and you get a keyword, and then you get a nice bit of prose at the bottom that's actually really well written and really lovely. The beauty of these cards don't really translate that well on screen right now, but
Yeah.
they are I really love them. I keep falling in love with her artwork over and over and over again. So this is really cool. It's really good,
Talking
actually.
of falling in love, Levi, I was actually flipping through the Star Tarot last night and looking at the guidebook. And what made it more endearing was that I never realised that she started to design that deck, well, create that deck back in 1991.
Yeah, it's that guidebook is so. Oh man,
I love it because she's highlighted the important kind of symbols in the cards, isn't she?
yes. I think most deck creators should not print physical guidebooks because they're usually very redundant.
Hmm.
However, and think of that what you will, but I really think that's the case. And I love that she actually really, really intensely describes all the symbolism that is in every card. She doesn't leave a symbol untouched, and
She
it's just
doesn't. I mean, I'm on it. I've been reading it for 2 nights, and I'm only on the Hierophant now. It's such a really, it really adds to the card meanings, doesn't it?
and she has like really fun keywords for each card, and it's really, really, really interesting. She made the major arcana and just kind of started selling that at art fairs and stuff like that, and then she turned it into a whole deck, and I think it's fabulous. Like,
She was friends with Rachel Pollock, wasn't she? Or was it, or Mary Greer, or one of the two?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
I read that
know.
in the guide, but it is lovely though. It's absolutely lovely.
It
And
really
I'll
is.
tell you what else I had, Levi, for a bit of reminiscing. I bought the new version of the Mythic Tarot,
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
the one that was out in the late 80s. And I've
Hmm.
been revisiting it, rereading the guidebook, and the Greek mythology in that book is absolutely phenomenal. And because it's written from like a Jungian perspective as well, it's absolutely brilliant. And I've been reading that as well.
That's really cool. I like that a lot. I really do.
I haven't got any more. Have I got any more animal decks? I was going to get El Goliaths, and I forgot to get it because I'm a mess. Um, where else have I got here? I ain't got nothing else, love. But I'll tell you what we can do if you finished.
Well, I mean, everyone and their mother has already seen this,
Oh
but
yeah, the Spirit Song.
this is really cute. And then I also found this. I apparently bought that over Christmas break, and I kind of forgotten about it. But this is
Isn't that
actually
coming out
really.
mass market?
I don't know. This is this Wisdom of the Sacred Bee Oracle, and it's a really neat deck. It's just that I never really took the time to get into it, so I'm gonna have to be doing that soon.
Yes, Moran, I do have the Orion's Animal Tarot, and I also have another 10 there on my list that I never even bothered sorting out earlier. So thanks for reminding me. I just I need a list on my arm or a list on my brow or something. What we was gonna do, what we was gonna do for the last, I don't know how long have we been on here now, like about 10 hours.
It's already past 9, so
Right, the last, shall we do like a card pull for the last 2 minutes?
yeah. Well, I have more time, so I don't really think.
Okay, anybody want to read in? I'm basically going to be using Levi's chakra in a alignment oracle, not the tarot, the oracle, because I want to, because it's straightforward, and Levi's going to be using his own new deck.
Yeah, my own brand new deck. Yay!
So if
Uh,
anybody wants a card pull, carry on because it's our first time virgins on the YouTube live.
yeah, just let us know in the chat. And oh, Igor would like a card. Okay, cool.
Okay, then the energy for you, Igor, this week is healing. So there's an healing energy around you this week. It's either about healing yourself, or maybe you want some, you need to kind of like help somebody else to heal as well.
Yeah,
So that's a very good one, and that relates to
the
the
root.
root chakra. So yeah, it's all about grounding energy.
Yeah, very grounded healing. Yes, very much that. Oh, I got this card for you, Igor. This is the full moon card, which is all about reaping what you have sown. And a lot of people I find that do like work with the phases of the moon forget that reaping is also an action. It's something that you need to do. If you leave the fruits hanging on the trees, they're gonna rot. So you got to do the reaping in order for you to get what you want. And if you kind of combine that with that healing message from Martin, maybe there's some rotten apples dangling from your tree that need cutting, that need pruning. So
Yeah, Laura, and then Mel, and then Miran,
and Moran, yeah.
and Heather. Oh no, Heather didn't ask. Laura, my darling, right? So you have got emotional balance and one with all. Which relates to what's that one, Levi? The top one, is that your crown chakra?
Crown chakra, yeah.
Yeah. So this is all about. How would you say this? About one with all.
Well, it's kind of it's almost like kind of that sense of completion. When I turned this deck into into a tarot deck, that became the world.
Right. So there you go, Laura. So you've got emotional balance here, which obviously, yeah, that kind of like relates to you at the moment, doesn't it? So yeah, and I'll see you tomorrow, by the way.
Ah,
So
okay.
man, got to head out, guys. So cool to see you here. And Marty, if you have a channel, let me know what it's called. I will do, my darling. It's on here. It's Martin. Tarot in the City, the same as on Instagram was ____.
I've got for you, Laura, Tyrannus, which is the Celtic deity of thunder, which I discovered when I was working on a project together with Martin, which we, sort of canceled after a while. But this deity stayed in my brain. And this is kind of a tower moment, a little bit. This card, so that I don't know how that relates to Martin's reading. Well, I think I kind of do, but it's all about that moment when right after thunder strikes, and the air is cleared, and it's difficult, but it's also a good feeling. So you need to cleanse, purge. That's
Purge, love, purge.
yes.
Right then, Moran. Moran, who was first? Mel. Right, okay, Mel. Your card, right, your healing card or your advice card for the upcoming week is awareness. Now, this is all about raising your awareness, because this is to do with the crown chakra as well. So it's all about also about thinking outside the box, and you need to be aware of your surroundings and what kind of like I would say like listen to messages and stuff that things that you're getting from somewhere else that you're probably not aware of at the moment. But yeah, keep your mind open. That's always the best option.
I got a really funny card for her. I got Freyr, another deity, Nordic deity, very phallic deity. The keyword for Freyr is lust, and some of the questions in the guidebook of this deck you will find are questions like, "What am I lusting after right now?" So, lust in the broadest sense of the word, of course. So you have to kind of, maybe that's something that you need to be a bit more aware about, the lust for life.
Lust after it, my love.
Yeah.
Okay then. Heather, right.
No,
Heather.
Moran is
Moran,
first.
sorry, Moran. You've got security, Moran. So this is all about like another grounding energy. So it's all about keeping your feet firmly on the ground, not going away with the fairies. It's all about being real, keeping things real, and keeping things very grounded over this next few days.
Yeah. Oh man, this is an energy that I can get behind very much so. I've got Wayne and Gibbous. Introspect. Time for some introspection, which kind of comes with that security. So yes, do come down to earth and go into hermit mode a little bit and do some introspection. Very important.
He's always in bloody hermit mode.
Yeah, kind of, right? And we've been getting the hermit for him a lot during tarot
Yeah.
readings. Yeah. Who's Heather? Oh, that's Heather.
Heather,
Yes.
Heather, Heather, Heather. Okay, Heather, is your card, my darling. Right, you have got bravery, and that relates to the sacral chakra. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm learning. Uh, so this is all about like being within your power, I should say. You know, feeling it and kind of like not being afraid and not being fearful of anything. You can't see because the light is so bright in here by the camera, but you can see the keyword on the bottom. So you've
Yes.
got bravery there, Heather. So it's basically dealing with whatever comes to you in the next few days. You'll be able to do it, no problem.
For you, I also have the same card that I just pulled.
Lust.
Here. Lust, lust, lust. You know what's would be interesting, Martin, really quickly, it's not going to take long, is to quickly check the guidebook that I wrote, because I have written a full digital guidebook for this deck, because I do have some interesting questions that you can ask for reflection. So questions that you can ask yourself, Rachel, are: when have you last lusted after something or someone, and what made that happen? What does it take for your thirst to be quenched? And what happens when your thirst isn't quenched? Interesting questions for you.
Thirsty little boy.
Well, sexuality, sensuality are really important aspects of life. I mean,
Thirsty. Yeah. Right.
anyone else that wants a reading?
I'm going
No.
to pull you a card from your own deck, right?
Okay, cool.
And yeah, you made me kind of all like well up earlier when you sent me when I had to, and I just thought, oh my god, when I scanned the barcode, the QR code,
Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah, I was just like so touched. So
Yeah.
okay, what energy do you need to? What chakra is out of balance, Levi?
All of them.
All of them. I'm spinning like tops all over the place. Right.
So
Right.
unbalanced.
Okay. Your chakra that you need to trust in life.
Cool. Okay, that's crown chakra again. Okay.
Crown chakra. Yeah. So your information is coming through your crown chakra this week, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. There is a lot going on up here, and
Spiritual downloads, love. That's what it is.
no, it's probably not what it is, but you've got third quarter release, and that's a really good card for you because you are releasing a lot right now, so that's really important. um, Let me read you some questions that I put in the guidebook for this.
Oh, okay. And I'll honestly, I'll candidly answer them
Okay.
live.
What do you need to embrace?
Me.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you need to release?
The feeling of lack.
Okay. What does your aligned self look like in your ideal world?
Share.
Share. Like share. Fuck off. We're not talking like looks wise. You're just taking the piss.
What does my aligned self look like?
Yeah, like from within. When you're in inner alignment.
Somebody who's kind of like vibrant, healthy, and full of balance, and yeah.
You made me fucking laugh, you stupid bitch. I'm over here. If I could turn back time. Whoa. I'm over here trying to present my deck, sell my deck, and you're just no. Look,
But
guys.
you asked me what I thought I'd look like, and I said share.
There. Fuck. I love it.
Oh my
Well,
god.
to be quite honest, she is very in alignment.
She looks fantastic for 160.
Exactly.
You know?
I want to go to the same plastic surgeon she went to when I turned 250 years old. Snap out of it.
Well, this has been so funny. You
It
know,
is.
it's been brilliant. It really has. It's much better than Instagram because we ain't like sitting there getting all triggered, like thinking, "Oh my god, we've only got another 5 minutes left before it stops."
I know. I
Yeah,
know.
it's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, and I do
So
like that we are kind of like, and I'm constantly mirror pointing, but that's not because I have to, but because I always had to do that on Instagram. But now I can
it's
just
weird, isn't it? Like, cause I'm like kind of facing.
on Instagram when we used to like show cards, you could never read the text that was on here,
No,
but
you
now you
couldn't.
can.
No,
Yeah,
you can't. It's exactly how it should be, in it really.
exactly. So
So thank
next
you,
week,
my love.
your channel, darling.
My channel next week, yeah, because I can do it next week because I had to wait 24 hours on it or 48 hours or something
Yeah,
before I
YouTube
could do it.
has kind of changed because there's a lot of back in the day you could just post as much as you wanted to, and I actually had to create another channel for work, and I had to upload like 20 video clips on there, and
Yeah.
it's after 5 videos it said you can't upload anymore because you're a new channel and you can only upload 5 videos a day.
Ah, right. I think YouTube suits you guys. I don't like the live format on Insta with StreamYard. You can change how you guys appear in the screen too with backgrounds. Really?
Yeah, you can do a lot of shit. Like
We'll
let
do that
me
shit next week then.
there's even like there's tons of options, Martin, but it's we're gonna figure that all out, aren't
Oh,
we?
look at that.
Look at what? Oh, ooh, that's
Oh,
sweet.
that's even better. It makes me look more fucking pretentious than I already am.
How are you doing that though?
You just got to go into virtual backgrounds.
Virtual backgrounds.
It looks like, it's like half of my face is gone.
Yeah, that's because of the Bellsy love. It's still kind of lingering there.
Fuck off. We better get off here now because we ain't gonna get. How do you get this stupid screen off now?
You can't ever again.
Hang on. That's better.
Yeah,
Fucking hell. I'll ring you in 10.
that's all good, Martin. Thank you for the
I love you
lovely line.
all. Thank you for
Love you
having me on
all.
your channel, and I shall see you all next week. Bye,
Yay.
bitches.
Bye bye.
Bye.
That was so cool.